Hey, welcome back to Ascending the Cube. I just wanted to do a follow-up from my other video and for the tech support on using Pixlr Express. I covered browse in the first video, and I wanted to cover the other options. Very exciting. A lot of the functions and features are all the same across the board, but there are significant differences in the fact that this is not only a desktop but also a fully mobile app, and you can do this from your smartphone or your tablet. Now, in Open URL as an option, you click on Open URL and it asks you for a URL to open. You think, well, where do I get a URL? Well, it's very simple. If you go to Google Images and you type in any image, let's say we're going to get flowers, and we select to find pictures of flowers. Well, we've got a couple of them here, right? And I like this one, so I'm going to use this. And how you get the URL is you can go up along the top, which is a lot of stuff up here. You see that? I mean, it's all over the place. But if you right-click your mouse, you'll have an option which says Copy Image URL. And clicking on that, and then it'll launch a website if you're not careful. I'm going to close this search out, and I'm going to go back to the editor, and now I'm going to right click again and I'm going to paste it, and there's my URL. And I hit open, and it has now pulled the image off of the website into the online Pixlr.com Express, and I can do all the editing I want. As I had shown on my other video, you can do adjustments, you can change, add images to this one, you can resize it, you can crop it if you wish to take a section out, and you can change colors. You can, if you had a photo of a person, there's red eye, you can get rid of that. You can also add all sorts of different functions to it. There's so many. There's over 600 features here, and this is all free. That's very exciting. Again, you also have effects where you can go ahead and change the look and the feel of how the pictures are. You can overlay other pictures. So if you wanted to say, I'm going to pick a vignette, and I want to pick how it's going to look, well, you can preview it and see how it's taken the edges here and changed it a bit and made it into a ball, or if I want to dim it, or if I want to have a horizon along the top. You can make all these different changes, make it nice and bright in the center. I'm going to leave that because I like it, and then I just hit apply. Alright, now you can change it also. If you want to slide this bar over, you see that how it comes in and out, moves back and forth so it doesn't dominate so much. And you can also flip your image on the overlay, and you can move it back and forth, up and down if you wish, side to side, left to right. But I'm going to apply it, and now that I've got that done, I don't need the overlays anymore, so I'm going to close it. I can also put a border on it, which I hadn't done before. And it's kind of silly to put leaves on there if I wanted to, nature, since it's already nature. But maybe I want to do a little bit of ink, and I can go and pick one of the images here. Let's say I take this one. And again, it kind of overlays and gives it a little bit more texture and changes the look of it. And then I'll go to black 6, and you see how it dramatically changes and alters the photo, so you can get a chance to really play with it quite a bit. Here's one, gives a little bit more darkness. It's all very, very fun stuff. And if you don't like any of it, cancel. Go back, and I don't want to put a border on, say goodbye. And again, there's stickers. You can pick any kind of stickers you want if you wish. Maybe you want a nature sticker, and fortunately there's different ones here. You can scroll down and find ones that you like. Maybe you want to put a bee in there, and now you've got a bee coming across, and it's a big bee. So we'll maybe make it a little bit smaller. You can make it absolutely humongous or silly, but maybe we'll just say I'm going to leave this bee about this size. I'm dragging these little resizing buttons on the here, and I'm going to give him a little bit of a tilt. Okay, there he goes, and I hit apply. Now I got a bee in my flowers, having a grand old time. Get rid of the sticker, and now I want to type. And I've got a couple different ones. Dotted is sort of technical. I'm not really thrilled by the idea of using that, so I'm going to hit cancel. And then I have grunge, which is not fitting. Handwritten is kind of pretty. I could do handwritten, so I can go ahead and deal with handwritten and be able to have anything I want in here. And so maybe I'll take something nice and neat and I'll put it in Pall Mall, and I'll say in the text, wishing you a beautiful day. And then I can drag this wherever I wish, put it right in the center if I want. That's cool. And I'm good with that. I like the lettering is in white, so I'm not going to change the color. I can center it, no problem. And then I hit apply. And then I'm good with my lettering. So I've got that done. And if I want to put my logo in for my website, I can click on another one. I type in ascending the cube, ascending English second language here. Info, and that's a little bit big for what I want, so I'm going to shrink it down. I'm just clicking on this and dragging it wherever I wish. So I come down here and I've got ascending the cube.info. It's sitting right in the corner. Okay, so I'm wishing everyone a beautiful day, and I'm done with that. And since I don't need any more text, I get rid of that, and here I am. I'm done with this picture that I took right off the internet. Remember, we took this right off the internet from the URL. And since I'm done with that, I can say save, and I'm going to go give it a name, wishing you a beautiful day. Alrighty, and again, this slider here allows you to slide whether you want to make the picture bigger. So here it is, it's pretty big, it's 1176 kilobytes. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit to about 90%, brings it to 433 kilobytes. This is all about quality right here. So I'm going to just take it down another notch, and I want it to be usable by anything. So here, that's a pretty good 85%. That's good. I save it, and here's the name. It's right down here. It's a JPEG image, and I'm going to save it in with a couple of other examples I've already done. And then we're saving, and I'm finished. And when I finished it, it comes right back in here. Now, the next feature you have is a webcam. You could take from your computer, or if you have an attached webcam, you can click and it will ask you, will you allow to use your webcam? You say yes, allow, and when it comes up, you're going to see a picture of me, or whatever you want a picture of. So I'm gonna smile, and then I'm gonna take a picture of myself, and that's good. I'm gonna use this image. And again, because I have this image here, right, now you know what I look like. I could do all the adjustments. If I had red eye, I can get rid of red eye. It's right over here, and it will tell me how much I want to get rid of. And if I wanted to brighten the picture, because it is a little dark, I can brighten it. And if I don't want to do any of that work, I could just say autofix and apply it, and it'll do whatever it can do to fix me, which may or may not work really well. And then you have a couple of other crazy options in here. Maybe you want to crop it. So we'll go over and we'll say I want to crop the image, and I just want, a little bit left. I would like to get rid of a little bit of this wall. I'm going to keep my head, and I can drag it wherever I wish, and it keeps you centered. You can see the boxes are showing you exactly where you're going, so that grid is really helpful when you want to keep faces and images right in the center, right? So we're done with that. I'm going to say apply, boom, instant cropping. And I can add some other things. You can add some liquify options. It's kind of funny. They give you different things, instant thin. You have push, shrink, enlarge, all this stuff. Cancel it, the picture goes right back. So if you want to lose weight real quick, you could change the picture. And again, you have effects, as I said before. You can change whatever you wish, and it shows you what that would look like. If you clicked on it, lightened that up, you didn't like that one, maybe you want this one. It's a little weird, right? And you can get a couple of different options. That one doesn't look too bad, or just cancel it and you're back to where you started from. So that's what effects do, and we already saw what the overlays do. You know, if you want to put some electric lights in the middle of it, you can have some fun things. Putting in electricity coming around you, if you want to do that. You want to change it and maybe make it into a divine, you know. It gives you a nice halo. And if you want, you can add bubbles, which kind of knocks you out, or sparkles near you as if you're magical. And you can have a lot of fun. These are all overlays that go into it. And now I'm the Green Lantern. It's called Kryptonite. And there's a lot more. You know, I'm just going right here. I'm going to go across. I'm just holding down my mouse and I'm dragging it across to see what all these other options are. And it's hysterical. There's a lot of them here. I mean, you know, wave. There's one for you, right? That's pretty spectacular. Makes me look like I'm on fire. So you can do all of those different options, and that's all in the overlays. And the borders too. You know, we've seen when I picked out a nature one that there's a lot of options here. You know, I'm just scrolling across. And you could use these scroll buttons as well. And if you have a favorite, you also have the ability to pin one. It'll give you the ability to pin. You know, that's nice. It's kind of old English. And there's so many things here that it's I can't go through all of them. There's, like I said, there's over 600 options you have, and they're all within these few little buttons. It's amazing. In fact, I don't even think I showed you when we look at some of the stickers here. There's some pretty funny ones, but you know, if you wanted to make something a funny statement, like, you know, you were upset about something, you could go, you know, add in arg, you know, and shrink it down to size, put it right up here, and be able to go ahead and screaming out that, and I'm going to apply it, and then maybe I'll pick another one with an airplane or some symbol. You have many symbols here, so you can go old age here, and if you don't like those, you just click again. Give me a different one. I would like to pick, maybe I'll get my friend the bee, and we'll get my buddy the bee back in here, and we'll shrink him to size, and we'll have him fly, you know, coming right at my head. And so I know it's kind of silly stuff, right? But you get the idea that you can have a lot of fun with this and play with pictures. Show your kids how to do this. They'll have a blast. They'll make all their own images. And then I'll get rid of stickers by clicking on it. And then I can again still do type. And if I want to do different types of type, there's I showed you before the type where we have this is all grunge, and you get a lot of different really weird types that you can play with, and it just keeps going on and on. And if you don't like those, you can pick a different type, cancel, and maybe we pick something that's more novel, and I can come down here and pick all of these, and I'll type in, you know, something like I've been buzzed. And it's too big, and these little resizing buttons work by grabbing them, and then I'm just going to move this wherever I wish. You know, the white you'll see the white gets blurred out here. So what do? Well, you can come over to color, and you can select from this bar what the color range you want. It's in red already, and I wanted that, so now I'm going to move it over to kind of a darkish red so it stands out. and I hit apply, and I'm done with that. Now we got an idea what the picture looks like. You know, I've been buzzed, and we're good. So we're done with that, and I'm going to save it, and you could save it right now. Boom, right in here, done, and I close. And lastly, the collage. Now this is a lot of fun. I was playing with this early this evening. This gives you the ability to put multiple pictures in one image, but more importantly, you're not stuck with just this pattern. Oh no, it gets much better than that. First off, in the layout, you have all of these different types of layouts that you can do: vertical, horizontal, multiples, and the list comes on and on and on. You have all of these here, and you can build a collage. So you can put pictures in any way you want. Imagine, you're making up a marketing piece for your company, or you're doing something for your kids for class, and you can have a blast with it, putting them any way you wish. And then how it works is really simple. I'm going to use the basic one. The plus sign is to pick an image, and maybe we take this image and we put it in here, and you can resize them. And I'll take another image, and we'll use the one we just made, and I can put that in there. And maybe I'll go into another file. I've got a lot of files. I will take a look at fast posts, where I've done a lot of them before. Maybe I want this picture, and I'm going to grab this sunset. And now, just to show you how quickly I do this, now I've got these 4 pictures here, and if I don't like one of the pictures, like this one doesn't work for me, I click on that, and little X in the corner, and I come up and I said, you know what, I'm going to get myself another picture. And there I have my other picture. Now I've got these beautiful sunset pictures and this lunatic picture, so I'm going to get rid of the lunatic picture, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to look for another sunset picture. And I've got plenty of them here because I like sunsets, and maybe I take this picture. And now there's something called congruency, where I've got all of the pictures, sunrises, sunsets. I'm good. Now over here, spacing, with that, I'm going to click on that. What it's going to do is it's going to change the spacing around the pictures. So you can see how you can do that. You can literally get rid of the spacing and zero it out, and all the lines in between disappear. And if you want to keep a little spacing, you could do that. Then if you want to, you can also round the pictures. Look at that. I'm going to round them, give them some functionality, give them some coolness about it. And I'm going to round them all out. And also proportions. I can change the proportions. I can actually change by moving across. I can change how the width of the image and the height of the image. So if I want to make it fit into something, I could do that. And then lastly, as always, color. I can change the color around the border to make it look whatever I want it to look like. In this case, if I put yellow, there's already a lot of yellow in the images. So maybe I want to give it a contrast. I might put something like blue. Now again, I'm not a graphic artist. I just play with this stuff and to create some fun things. And I hit finished. So here we are. We're done with the color. I hit finish. And my image is done. Now, as always, I have all the ability to do the adjustments, the effects, the overlays, as well as the borders, add stickers I wish, and do type. So I can put whatever I want, and the type will fit into any of these pictures, across the pictures, however you wish to do it. But I'll show you how easy it is again, because it is really that easy. As I'm always using my website, I'm going to type in, I like to pick one of the sites, one of the fonts, which I use Fjord, and I'm going to type in ascending the cube. And you see how big it is? And now I'm going to shrink it, and I've got the right here. I can put it in every single one of them if I wish. I can have it over and over and over again. I think I'll put it right down here rather beautifully. And it's very prevalent. I can make it larger if I wish to give it a motif. Now, you cannot change this once you have hit applied, so make sure your spelling is correct and make sure you move it to where you wish just by clicking and dragging it around. If you want it down on the bottom, great. If you want it here, you want it smack in the middle, you can do that as well. It doesn't have an auto center feature. It has it here for the letters, so right now it's right aligned and I can click on center align or left align, but the box is so small it's really not going to do much. And I'm happy with it, so I'm going to click on that, click on the type, and I'm all done with the collage. So now I can save it. And I'm just going to save it as collage, but you can name it anything you want. Okay, I can name it sunset collage because it's all sunsets. I hit save. It comes up in here. I want to save it into my special new folder, which I may or may not remember where it is. That's the funny thing, right? Oh, here we are. And I'm going to save it. And then I'm done. I'm closed. So there you are. I showed you the browse, which is a big part of it, but now here you have the open URL right from the website, the webcam feature, as well as the collage feature. And this is all free online picture editing, which is just fantastic, and it's so great. Anybody could use this. Anyone, your children, you, your parents, your grandparents, anybody can use this. It's just a fantastic opportunity to get real quality graphics done and make pictures up that, for yourself, for fun, if you have a business, to help support that, to post things online. And I'm just happy to be able to share this with you, and I hope you always have the best of health, happiness, and prosperity in everything you do. This is Bob Christensen from Ascending the Cube, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to share this with you. Take care.